Okay, picture this. A really grand ceremony, sleeves rolled up, there's this shining gold basin right there, signaling a huge new chapter. But then suddenly, this single sharp shout just cuts through everything. Stop. In the martial world, this hidden realm of fighters, codes, fierce rivalries, well, it's about to see something pivotal, something that's going to totally redefine loyalty. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving deep, really deep, into chapter 6 of Jin Young's The Smiling Proud Wanderer. We're focusing on Liu Zhengfeng's gold basin hand washing ceremony. Now, this event, it's meant to be his peaceful retirement from the martial world, but peace, as you're about to find out, is pretty hard to come by in this world. Our mission really is to unpack all these layers: loyalty, ambition, these really surprising friendships that just collide right here at this one event. We'll explore how personal choices slam up against these rigid expectations, and we'll uncover some surprising facts and maybe get some real insights into alliances and sacrifice.
Absolutely. This is it's a fascinating look at how these strict codes, these deep prejudices can twist even the best intentions. We really get to see the fragility of individual choice when it clashes with the group's dogma,
Hmm.
especially in a system as well unforgiving as the martial world.
So let's set the scene. We're in Hengshan at the Lu House. This gold basin hand washing thing is happening, and it's packed. Over 500 guests apparently flooding in from everywhere. It's loud, bustling, almost like a marketplace. You've got big names, pillars of the righteous path like Yu Berquan from Huashan, Priest Tam, and of Taishan, Sister Dingji of Hengshan. But then you also have these other figures, people with, let's say, doubtful characters. It's a real mix.
Right. And the way people initially react to Lu Zhengfeng just welcoming everyone, it really tells you a lot about their own values, doesn't it? Like Priest Tianmen and Sister Dingy. They're pretty openly disdainful. They think Lu is being indiscriminate with his friends, that it's going to lower the reputation of our Five Mountain Sword Alliance. It really highlights how much they care about strict hierarchy and, well, appearances. Association is everything to them.
That rigidity makes Yu Buquan stand out even more, though, the gentleman sword of Huashan. He's different. The text says he's very fond of making friends, chatting, joking, even with people who aren't famous, nobodies almost. No arrogance at all. What's your take on that?
It's interesting, yeah, how Yu Buquan positions himself. While the others are judging, he's playing a different social game, maybe. It sets up this subtle tension even before the main drama kicks off, like Yu Kanghai, the Qingcheng headmaster. He's already watching Yu Buquan, thinks his presence is a challenge. He's ready for things to escalate. It's a world where every little gesture, every interaction, it all matters.
The tension was definitely there already. And then, wham! The real drama starts. Two blunderbuss shots. Then music, drums, gongs. Clearing the way for a government official. Everyone is just stunned. Is this guy some hidden master? No, apparently not. Sleepy eyes, unhealthy look. Zero martial arts skills. It's a deliberate disruption, but from outside the martial world.
Yeah, and this is a huge turning point because suddenly you have this external power, the government stepping into the martial world's internal business.
Yeah.
The official announces an imperial decree promoting Lu Zhengfeng.
It's a sergeant.
Sergeant. Yeah, not exactly a high rank, is totally unexpected. The guests, their first reaction is panic. Like, is this a government crackdown? Are they accusing us of rebellion? They're ready to fight.
But Liu Zhengfeng, he's astonishingly calm. Kneels down, does multiple kowtows, these really deep, respectful bows showing total deference, and he's thanking his great majesty super effusively. The whole hall is just floored. And then it gets even more awkward. He publicly thanks this Excellency Zhang and hands over a package wrapped in brocade. And it's heavy, like really heavy. The guy receiving it can barely hold it. The text says it had to be gold, not silver.
Oh, it's definitely a bribe.
Yeah.
Very public one. And it's deeply embarrassing for all the martial artists there. You can feel the cringe. They see him currying favor with the powerful, and for such a low rank, too. They think he bought his promotion, that he let covetousness overcome him. It's not just about a bad look. It's like a direct insult to the martial world's code, which is supposed to value honor and strength above, sucking up to officials.
Yeah.
It really shatters that illusion of purity.
Yeah, that public display really makes you wonder about honor in this context. And right after this, Liu Zhengfeng gives his big retirement speech. He declares he's quitting the martial world to serve the emperor. He cites this conflict between the Code of Brotherhood and the laws and regulations of the government. He even tells his apprentices they're free to go join other schools.
And then, the big symbolic moment, he pulls out a longsword and crack, breaks the blade clean in two, lets the pieces just fall silently onto the floor. This isn't just drama. It shows incredible skill. an extraordinarily sharp blade, and elite fighter skills. It's this subtle, almost defiant reminder of who he really is, even as he's saying he's leaving it all behind. It's a fascinating contradiction, right? Showing strength while giving up his martial identity.
It's a powerful moment, and the guests react in all sorts of ways. Some just accept it, maybe respect his choice. Others are thinking about the Hengshan Sword School's reputation, like he's dragging it down. And then you've got others who are kind of enjoying the show, maybe thinking, see, hypocrisy, already questioning the whole chivalrous Five Mountains Sword Alliance thing. The cracks are showing.
Exactly. It immediately throws that central question into sharp relief. What does chivalrous even mean when personal ambition or, government ties get involved? It's definitely foreshadowing the deeper conflict to come, where personal values are going to clash violently with the group's demands.
And that conflict arrives fast, like right away. Just as Lu Zhengfeng is about to actually wash his hands in the basin, that sharp stop rings out again. This time it's Shi Dengde from the Songshan Sword School, and he's carrying the Five Mountain Sword Alliance chief's command flag. The order is blunt. Temporarily postpone the ceremony.
Yeah, and that command flag. It carries the direct authority of the Alliance chief, Zhuo Lengqian. It's basically an order you can't refuse. But Lu Zhengfeng, who was just bowing to the official, he actually refuses. He stands up to them.
Yeah.
Says it's a private matter not covered by the chief's command. And he asks, pointedly, why they're intervening now. It shows this interesting split. He'll kneel to the emperor, but he won't bend to his martial peers on something he sees as personal.
And his defiance just flares up when the really chilling truth comes out. Songshan apprentices, including this Wan Daping guy, they'd already infiltrated the house. And they've taken his family hostage, his apprentices too. Their orders were to keep an eye on Lu's family members and not to let anyone get away.
This isn't just bad manners, it's a total violation of everything. Hospitality, the martial code, it's a shocking escalation. Totally. And this is where Lu Zhengfeng flips the switch. He goes from bowing official back to being a protective father and master. We suddenly see his real fighting skills. He moves so fast, like he's eyes in the back, kicking and throwing two Songshan guys. It's clear he's an elite fighter with unusual skills. They even resort to threatening his son directly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but Lu just dismisses it, calls their bluff. Says they wouldn't dare in front of so many heroes. He's trying to use public shame against them. It's a risky move.
But the really heavy blow is still coming, isn't it? Fei Bin arrives. He's the fourth apprentice brother of Songshan's chief Zhuo Lengqian, known for his great Songyang palm. He makes this dramatic entrance, jumping down from the roof, and the first thing he does, smashes the golden basin. The message couldn't be clearer. This ceremony is over. Done.
Exactly. No ambiguity there. And Fei Bin doesn't waste a second. He levels the most serious accusation possible, that Lu Zhengfeng is in secret collaboration with the demon cult chief, Dongfang Invincible. He calls it a big conspiracy that could harm thousands of fellow martial people. This is incredibly potent. It taps right into that deep-seated, bitter hatred the martial world has for the demon cult. Any association is basically treason. It's a masterstroke, really, to instantly turn everyone against Lu.
And this is where it gets really, really interesting. The heart of the whole conflict. Songshan's third apprentice, Lu Bai, asks directly about someone specific. Elder Kuai Yang of the demon cult. Lu Zhengfeng's face changes. And then the bombshell. He admits it. Kuai Yang isn't just someone he knows. He says Kuai Yang is his best friend, is the only person that knows my heart.
Can you imagine? The whole hall just erupts. An uproar. This confession is completely out of left field. It goes against everything the martial world stands for. The demon cult is the ultimate enemy. It shatters every assumption about Lu Zhengfeng. In 1 second, he goes from respected elder to, well, a perceived traitor. That personal bond just became a massive public liability.
And Songshan's reaction is immediate. No room for discussion. Fei Bin lays out Zhuo Lengqian's ultimatum. Stark choice. Option 1, kill Kuai Yang within a month. Then you'll be forgiven. Option 2, face purification by the Alliance, which means death. It's basically your ideology or your friend. Choose.
Lu Zhengfeng's refusal. It's quiet but so dignified. He says he values utter devotion in friendship. He won't harm Kuai Yang, calling him a gentleman. By choosing this, he's putting his personal values, that sacred bond of friendship, above the demands of the entire martial world. It's a powerful statement about his integrity, even facing, overwhelming force.
But the reason for the friendship, that's what gets me. He says it's purely about music. Kuai Yang plays the zither, Lu Zhengfeng plays the bamboo flute. He says he knows Kuai Yang's noble character through his music. He guarantees his innocence with his own life and reputation. It's incredible, this idea that art transcends these fierce divides.
And it's not totally out of nowhere, right? It actually fits with the Hengshan Sword School's own tradition. We know their headmaster, Great Mr. Mo, has a music-related nickname, Night Rain of Zhaozhang. He even carries a huqin, that stringed instrument. So this context, it adds weight to Lu's claim. It makes a seemingly illogical friendship more believable. It shows a side to his school that values art, expression. It deepens our understanding of why he'd formed this bond. It's a really beautiful contrast to the brutality everywhere else.
Yet Songshan just completely dismisses it. Fei Bin calls it another evil's trap, a demon cult ploy to foment discord within the alliance. And Sister Dingy and Priest Tianmen, they jump right on board, urging Lu to kill Kuo Yang for the chivalrous side. It's just a stark example of how deep prejudice can completely blind people. They twist this pure connection into a threat.
It really shows the danger of that single dominant narrative, doesn't it? The idea of a friendship based on music, however noble it sounds to us, is just rejected as enemy deception. Perception dictates everything, not the reality of the situation.
Lu then turns to Yu Buquan, maybe hoping for some understanding, right? From the gentleman's sword. But Yu argues that true friendship can't possibly extend to the evilest kind of enemy like Kuo Yang, who supposedly has murder in his heart. Thymus Age. He proclaims righteousness above family loyalty, and most of the guests agree with him. It really defines the rigid, absolute lines of loyalty in their world. No room for gray areas.
It's fascinating how Yu Guqin frames it. He uses this higher moral principle, which makes it sound very convincing to everyone there. But then Lu Zhengfeng drops another bombshell. He reveals his real reason for the whole retirement thing, what he calls his unconventional plan. He actually saw this huge conflict coming between the Alliance and the demon cult. He desperately wanted to stay out of everything, to not get involved. He used the government title, the sergeant rank, as a kind of disgrace to hide his real intentions. He even says Kuo Yang also vowed to stay out of conflicts and had saved Ling Huchang, one of Yu Puquan's own apprentices.
Whoa, that changes everything. It reframes all of earlier actions. It wasn't about sucking up to officials. It was a desperate attempt to find peace, to avoid the bloodshed. But it's too late, isn't it? Fei Bin just declares that all Alliance members are now obligated to attack him and kill him. The lines are drawn permanently.
And this is where you see the ultimate loyalty test. Priest Tianmen, Yu Buquan, and his guys, even Sister Dingy, though she sounds reluctant, saying that Jimin has added more crimes. They all side with Songshan. Even Lu's own nephew apprentices abandon him. They choose saving their own skin over family. But then, in stark contrast, his direct apprentices, Shang Danian and Mi Wei, they stand firm, defiantly declare, "We will never betray him." Their loyalty just shines through amidst all the betrayal. It's a real moment of devotion.
But that devotion costs them. It leads straight into the tragic climax. Ding Mian, Songshan's second apprentice, the tower-holding prom, he just kills Shang Danian brutally. Lu Zhengfeng snaps, he's enraged, and he unleashes this hidden skill, the magical 13 phantom stances of Hengshan Mist. Apparently it's this rare, almost fun kung fu created just for Fen based on illusions and misdirection, but he uses it with incredible speed and deception to capture Fei Bin and grab the command flag. It shows this deep martial skill nobody knew he had.
It's incredibly ironic, isn't it? A martial art made for magic shows, for entertainment, becomes his most deadly weapon in a life or death fight. It really shows how true skill can be adapted, used in ways you'd never expect. But even after showing this power, Lu doesn't press his advantage. He makes this desperate plea, begs for mercy, just let him and his family leave, go away forever, never come back to China, never see Kuo Yang again. He's offering up his entire life, all his connections, everything.
But the Alliance, they're just unyielding. Ding Mian and Lu Bai refuse, flat out demand he go see Zhuo Lengjian. Sister Dingy and Priest Tianmen actually try to step in, to mediate maybe, but Lu Bai shuts them down, worried about their reputation, basically saying they can't look like they were taken hostage by a plea for mercy, and then the massacre starts. Lu Bai orders the killing of Lu's 15-year-old son, Lu Qin. After trying to torture him first, then his wife is killed. Sister Dingy tries to stop them, but Ding Mian severely injures her. More Lu House apprentices are slaughtered. It's just chillingly ruthless.
And the absolute lowest point, the ultimate humiliation. Lu Qin, the son, terrified out of his mind, is forced to publicly condemn his own father, declares his dad is wrong, deserves execution. This saves his life, but the shame is just immense for everyone watching. It's a gut-wrenching moment. It shows the brutal, dehumanizing tactics Songshan uses to break people.
Having lost absolutely everything, Lu Zhengfeng is in total despair. He throws the command flag back at them and tries to kill himself with his sword. But just as he's about to do it, Kuai Yang appears, a truly dramatic, heroic entrance. He reveals who he is to the shocked crowd, then he takes the full force of Ding Mian and Lu Bai's palm strikes to save Lu Zhengfeng. He's spitting blood, but he uses his black blood sacred needles to cause chaos, and they manage to escape.
It's such a powerful, poetic ending to this whole sequence. The supposed villain, the demon cult elder, performs the ultimate act of selfless friendship, risks his own life for a bond that wasn't forged in battle or politics, but through a shared love of music. This deep dive really shows us that loyalty, true loyalty, can come from the most unexpected places and completely defy convention.
So, where does this leave us? Thinking about loyalty and friendship, we've definitely seen how alliances can become these rigid things, demanding total allegiance, even when it clashes with your personal values. Lu Zhengfeng's story really forces you to ask, where does true loyalty lie? Is it to the group, to the code? Or is it to that genuine connection you have with another person, no matter what side they're supposed to be on?
And it powerfully illustrates how good and evil can get so blurred, right? How they're often shaped more by power and politics than by any real morality. What really stands out to you thinking about this? How could a simple friendship based on music become the trigger for so much devastation? What does it say about a world where maybe the only way to find peace is through extreme sacrifice? Or where a bond over music is seen as more dangerous than any fighting skill?
It definitely makes you think. Navigating information, figuring out loyalties, seeing hidden motives, whether it's in the martial world or, our own lives, it requires real discernment. We hope this deep dive encourages you to look past the surface, to maybe question the easy answers, and to seek out those unexpected truths that are often hidden underneath.